Do you want to know how I fundraised $20,000 for endometriosis excision surgery almost completely online? In this video, I will highlight the ways that I managed to fundraise online while being almost completely bedridden and in daily constant pain. Hi, I'm Brenna, the Curious Little Frog, and this is my channel, The Curious Little Frog, where I get to be curious about whatever I want. So I hope you join me today, where I get to talk about my journey as an autistic and disabled person fundraising for endometriosis excision surgery the first 7 months of 2023. First, I want to explain a little bit about how I got there to needing surgery. In August of 2021, I went to the hospital with piercing pain, and the pain never went away. I had been becoming increasingly worse for the past several years, and the symptoms piled on so quick that I didn't really notice what was happening until I was completely bedridden. It took over a year and a half and about 20 doctors to finally get my endometriosis diagnosis. And in December of 2022, I was able to find my wonderful surgeon who not only diagnosed me, but scheduled me for surgery. The initial cost for my surgery was not covered at all by insurance. So for the first 5 months, I was fundraising a $55,000 cost for surgery. Thankfully, due to my husband's immense help and the surgeon team moving hospitals so that insurance covered part of my surgery, dropped the price down to $20,000, which was still a huge feat to accomplish. It took me 7 months to raise that $20,000. I actually hit the $20,000 a day after I got out of surgery, and I am now 3 months into recovery and feeling so much better and just so incredibly grateful for this life that I have to live, this new lease on life, having so much less pain. And it just feels really great to be able to sit here on the other side telling you that you can get through it too. So I hope that I can help you today and you can gain some insight into how you can be successful with your online fundraising as well. Here are 5 things that I learned from fundraising for my surgery on social media. Number 1 is selling your story. Your story is what makes you unique and different and special. And it is how you allow people who have never met you to see you and your vulnerability and your need exactly where you are. Selling your story is essentially a marketing tool. To have success on social media generally, you need to have a good marketing plan. This is the same for fundraising. You need to be offering value, a product or a service, or a certain level of entertainment for people. Use these regular social media rules to build your platform as you're fundraising to reach more people. Selling your story as a marketing tool is what allows people to see you exactly where you are. The second tip I have has to do with finding a trustworthy platform to fundraise on. I used Help Hope Live for this. I am not sponsored, they don't know I'm making this video, and I'm not making anything from telling you this information. It's just what I did, and I really appreciated their help. With Help Hope Live, less than 5% is taken from the donations for fees, and that percentage can be covered by donors, so I almost got 100% of what I fundraised from the site. GoFundMe takes ridiculous amounts of money. Overall, I have heard so many hassles with my disabled friends with using GoFundMe and the fact there's so many GoFundMe scams out there. Another reason that Help Hope Live is such a trustworthy platform for people who are donating is that the accounts need to be verified by a medical professional that the claims that you are making are true. So for me, I needed endometriosis excision surgery, and my medical provider filled out the forms and Help Hope Live verified my page. They also have campaign managers to help you with flyers, forms, and other kinds of support. They can give you ideas, help you move forward, and I'm really thankful for that. I only worked with my campaign manager for a couple of my fundraisers. Most of them I did on my own, but it still was really helpful, especially in the beginning. Step 3 is Instagram stories. With Instagram stories, you can give daily updates for the people who are following your story the closest. This can be anything from how you're feeling that day, how your symptoms are, what kind of funds you need to raise for that day, or anything of that nature. For me, many times I would make a daily goal in my stories for fundraising and continuously throughout the day post as I receive donations, and this made it very visible to the people who are following my story the closest. When you're doing things in your Instagram stories like a daily goal, you can do things like gamifying it. You can split the donation into 10 different people and have a slot with different numbers for each person to fill. I need a $7 donation, a $3 donation, a $20 donation, or things like that, and people can give the amount that they feel comfortable giving. You can also do things like a raffle on a day or something that is small. Maybe you can send them stickers if you have some, but making people want to give directly on that day. You can use screenshots in your stories to do amount countdowns. You can link to your page. There's all kinds of things you can do with your Instagram stories, and I used them about Monday through Friday since I did not have a job and I was full-time bedridden. Tip number 4 is to use a variety of different fundraising ideas. When I was sick, I came up with a list of probably 40 different fundraiser ideas through things that I thought of, that I saw in my various perusing on the internet for disability fundraiser content, and there's not a lot. That's part of why I'm making this video for you. What I found, I compiled into a list. If you guys would like a video where I read off the entire list and give specifics for fundraiser ideas, go ahead and let me know. People really love to win things. You can do a silent auction. This can be in your stories, or I did it on 32auctions.com. Again, if you would like videos on how I specifically did these fundraiser auctions and how I earned that money, go ahead and put it in the comments so I can know and make more videos. The things that I did that were the most successful definitely was the art fundraisers. I'm an artist, as you can see, and my friends are artists. We have so much creativity and art and products to give. So what I did on my Instagram was I reached out to my local art community and asked them to donate art pieces for my auctions. After this, I put together all of the pieces in one place on 32auctions.com. Again, go and I'm not sponsored, but you can go and learn about them on their website. And I did 2 of these auctions during my 7 months of fundraising. They were a lot of work for me, so if you can, I highly recommend having a campaign manager if you can have a friend or a family member do this, or somebody who's just in charge of the auction itself. It was a huge toll on me, and after my first one, I had to take about a month break from fundraising. And if somebody else had done it, I may have had more energy to spare. I also wrote pre-written messages, and whenever someone wanted to help me fundraise, I would send them this pre-written text message that they could send to their contact list. This was allowing people who wanted to help me to use their personal connections to help me raise money for something that I desperately needed. This way of messaging gave me many really close relationships with people who I had never met except for over the internet, but who really helped me through my time of most need of my entire life, which was during this fundraising time. I also made TikTok updates of fundraising, and I did get a few donations that way from people who found my page, especially from people who are continuously following, and when they would hear the updates, it would inspire them to give more. And the last thing that I have to share is to be real with your audience. Being vulnerable and honest online is very uncomfortable and very difficult. I am not going to make light of that, but it works. When you build relationships with people online, especially when you are in need, this is how you move forward with fundraising. You might have a big community that is not online, but I don't. What I have is a very small community in person of people who love me and a lot of friends that I've met on the internet who have been there for me. Building relationships will get you more donations, and it will also get you more friends and people who will probably be in your life for a very long time, if not forever. I'm so thankful for the relationships that I built during my time of fundraising, and I know they're going to be friends for a very long time. I also relied on the disabled community for support. I didn't know how disabled I was before this, and I never really had dug into the online disabled community. But when I was in bed every single day, it was hard to relate to the people around me who are not disabled. So having this online community of people who totally understood what I was going through really helped me to continue to move forward with fundraising and keep fighting for myself, because I knew the worth that I saw in my friends and I believed in their value, and that helped me believe in my own value. Be grateful. People are giving you money for the reason of they care about you. And that is humbling. That is incredibly humbling. Thinking about it humbles me that I raised $20,000 from people who gave me that money because they cared about me. And I am so grateful to everyone who showed how much they cared about me by donating, whether I've met you before or not. And if you donated and you're watching this, I want to take a chance to say thank you right now. But be grateful with the people who are donating to you when you are consistently negative and maybe wishing for more donations, which is real. Sometimes it feels like there's nothing coming in. But if there are a few people, be grateful to them. Pour out your thanks, as much energy as you have, because these are the people who are supporting you. These are the people who are loving you. They are there for you. So appreciate them and love them in the way that they are loving you, as much as you are able in this desperate time with very low energy. I understand that as well. And my last thing is to take breaks when you need. I had a time where I had to take an entire month off of fundraising, and it was very hard. My fund did not move for over 30 days, and it was devastating because I watched my body continue to go downhill while I was not raising any money. But after that, I had so much more motivation to care for myself by fighting for myself on the internet. If you would like more content about disability, you can follow me on Instagram at Dream of Frogs. If you would like to see more of my art and my art journey and my YouTube journey, you can follow me on Instagram at Curious Little Frog. And you can also subscribe here on my YouTube channel, The Curious Little Frog. If you'd like to support me monetarily, you can go and become a Print Club member on my Ko-fi shop. I love my Print Club members so much, and I'm so thankful for them, and I'm so excited that I get to do this and send out fun mail every single month, and that you guys all get to have my art hanging up in your home. It's so exciting. So go ahead to the link in my description to find that, or you can buy art prints and original art there too. Okay, thank you. That is all I have. If you have any questions, if you are a disabled person who has been fundraising and you have tips as well, please put them in the comments. If you would like more videos like this and more in depth on the exact ways and exact numbers of how I fundraised, go ahead and tell me all about it. I'm so excited to hear from every single one of you. Okay, that is all for today. I love you. Mwah! See you next time.